county leaders in charge of several audits being done on Sheriff Benny Napoleon's department is weighing in on a story the 7 Action News investigators broke right here last night. 7 Action News investigator Heather Cataldo joins us now live with information. What's the latest on this story, Heather?
Well, last night, as you know, we showed you how text messages from Sheriff Benny Napoleon have legal experts questioning whether Napoleon may have abused his power. The text messages were just recently made public as part of a whistleblower lawsuit, and now the chair of the Wayne County Commission's Audit Committee is saying he's concerned about the allegations we exposed last night.
Worse than troubling. Maybe the prosecutor should look at that. I would if I was prosecutor.
What did the sheriff know, and when did he know it? That's the crucial question when it comes to a raid that Benny Napoleon's deputies executed on the home of a former sheriff's department employee.
It was 7 or 8 officers. They were bamming and kicking on the door.
That was Renee Newell last summer explaining how deputies burst into her home, terrifying her daughter, seizing her computers. The raid was approved by a magistrate, but the sheriff's own text messages raised questions about whether the request to approve the raid left out important facts. The 7 Action News investigators have the sheriff's text messages, which we'll show you in a moment. At the time of the raid last July, sheriff's officials told us they believed Newell authored an attachment on this email that falsely accused Napoleon's right-hand man, Executive Chief Eric Smith, of being a felon.
Did you send that email?
No, I did not.
Even though sheriff's officials said under oath in this search warrant that Newell sent the malicious email, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department's own internet crime sergeant has now testified, quote, "I don't know who authored it." The sergeant also testified that one of the key statements in the search warrant that implicates Newell was inaccurate. Napoleon's text messages also raise a lot of questions. Here's a timeline of what the sheriff knew and when. On July 20th, 2012, top-ranking Wayne County sheriff's officials start receiving the false email about Chief Smith, who's also a lawyer. On July 23rd, Sheriff Napoleon engages in a heated text exchange with a man Napoleon thinks is the person who actually sent the email. Napoleon writes, quote, "That malicious email you sent has been verified to be false by the Justice Department. I have the letter from the Justice Department clearing Attorney Smith. Facts never support falsehoods." Yet 3 days later, Napoleon does not stop the search of Renee Newell's home, even though he could have put the brakes on the raid.
If you knew someone else sent that email, why did you raid Renee Newell's home?
Well, I didn't raid Renee Newell's home. The sheriff's office did. There's an investigation that is still pending. There were text messages and emails that implicated more than one person. There were several people involved in this.
But that doesn't add up either, especially since sheriff's officials admit Newell's house was the only one searched.
Did you abuse your power here?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Not at all.
And you're saying everything in that search warrant was truthful?
I did not review. I don't review search warrants. That's not my job. We believe that we've done everything within accordance to the law, and we stand by it.
Wayne County Commission Audit Committee Chair Ray Basham says he's concerned about these allegations and says the county is currently conducting 4 major audits of Napoleon's department.
Nothing surprises me. The sheriff needs to do a better job, a lot better job, of managing his department.
Sheriff's officials maintain they had probable cause to get the warrant to search Newell's home, and very late yesterday they said Napoleon thought that he was texting Newell, but he never suggested that in his own interview 3 weeks ago. Now the county also insists Newell is suing because she's a disgruntled ex-employee. As for her whistleblower lawsuit, it is ongoing, but a judge recently ordered that the county return all of Newell's computers.